right, well, before we get this out of the box, I just want to take a second and let you know that at this point, I have seen the movie, The Flash. And I know that the film has gotten a little bit of backlash based on Ezra Miller and some of the troubles that he has had off screen. But I don't like reading reviews or hearing other people's opinions before I go see a movie like this. And I just want you to know how much I really enjoyed this movie. I enjoyed it from the nostalgic sense. I mean, I saw the 1989 Batman in theaters, Michael Keaton, and I want you to know I loved him in this movie, and I loved all the throwbacks. I mean, there's so many throwbacks in this movie, and I was just nostalgic from the moment all that part started, and it just made me really, really enjoy this film. So I liked it, and I've enjoyed the collectibles thus far from the movie, so let's pull this out of the box and see what we've got. Okay, well, before we start looking at this up close, let me just say, I didn't really feel it necessary for me to show you how we put it all together. There's really only the two wings, the two fins, and the two little nose pieces on this to put it together. They're all labeled left and right, plus all the sockets are unique to the side they go on. So there's really no way you're going to mess this up putting it together. And it went together very, very easily. So just pop it in, pop it in, pop it in on the nose, and that was it. So didn't really feel like necessary to show you all of that. My initial first impression on the Batwing, and so we're gonna see a lot more of this and a lot less of me in this video, but my initial first impression is just how absolutely stunning and amazing this looks like as far as a collectible. As disappointed as I was in the Batmobile, I am that much more impressed with the Batwing, and so it is just one of the coolest things I have ever seen. So we're going to get some up close. I'm going to show you some of the features that it has and let you know, but initially just how massive it is, how big it is, how I would suggest realistic when you're putting a figure in and you're thinking, okay, could this figure by proportion, could this be a small jet fighter? Absolutely, 100%. And so it is so super, super cool. All right, let's take a look at it. First of all, first impressions, the paint is not nearly as flat as the Batmobile. It does have, as we kind of get some zoom in on this, all right, it does have some dark brush, some dark pattern over it, some dark brush. It also has a lot of metallic brush over the entire thing, and so you can see here on the wing, you can see all this metallic brush that's on here. It really gives it this very weathered, like it's been in battle type of experience when you take a look at it, but that's all over, and it actually adds a lot to the depth. Feels a lot less flat than what the Batmobile brought to us, and so just having all that extra brush looks good. I messed up in my review of the Batmobile and didn't realize that there was a button to open the canopy, and I did have somebody point that out to me, which is great. I really appreciate that. But this one, the canopy opens when you push the back of this. This becomes a release point, and then the canopy flies open. As we get a look inside the canopy, there's way more detail when it comes to all of like the little buttons and the video screens here in the cockpit. There's just a lot of little painted pieces that are in here that look really, really cool. So there's a much higher detail inside the cockpit than there was in the Batmobile. And then it also has this window underneath, and that would be so that, of course, in the movie as he is fighting, you can see down through here, see down through his feet to see where he's going and what he's doing when it comes to battle scenes and the like. On the underside, we have a couple little details that are kind of neat. We have these little turbine looking things. These are actually also, it has holes. Those are for the mounting posts. We'll talk about that in a minute because you can mount this to the wall. but it has places for some retractable landing gear, which is pretty cool. You can get those pulled up. There's landing gear on the nose cone. This little wheel here, which looks really cool. As we put it down in its landed position, it has kind of this gentle slope downward, which gives it a pretty cool profile. The wheels actually roll, which is kind of neat as well. You have that, but you can see it's a nice little profile that it has there for this Batwing. I'm telling you, there's a lot to be impressed with this particular offering. I mean, just look at how cool that thing looks. It is really impressive. It comes with this mounting plate. And the mounting plate itself, I mean, if you just want to have, I guess, this Batman logo on your wall, you absolutely could do that. It has a place where you can pop out these little covers, and these are where the posts, there's some metal posts that come with it, and the metal posts go in here, and that's what you're going to push the Batwing on there into those little holes that I showed you a moment ago. And it has a cover plate, so you pull this little plate off. Here's where you screw it to the wall, and you can cover that. So, I mean, honestly, this is actually a kind of a very high quality, high gloss Batman emblem, and if you just wanted this on display by itself, or even when you pull the Batwing off, you're not left with some weird looking bracket. You have this very well put together Batman logo. Also has the trading card on the back, in case you're wondering, but that was also in there. All right, let's go ahead and take our Michael Keaton Batman action figure and let's put him in the cockpit and see how well he does in there. All right, there's a couple little channels for his feet to go down in there. It helps if you bend his legs slightly. Well, like the Batmobile, there's not a ton of space in there for him, but you can absolutely see him through the canopy, and it's going to really make for some really cool photos or diorama work or whatever, but he looks really good inside that cockpit. So since I don't have a ton of space in my room, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take down this Millennium Falcon poster, and this is where we're going to hang the Batwing. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Okay, well there you have it. As much as I was disappointed in the Batmobile, I am 10 times that excited about this Batwing. I mean, the Batwing it's a phenomenal collector's piece. It feels like a collector piece. It's way more, I guess, high quality feeling than what we saw with the Batmobile offering. And so super excited to have this in the collection. I'm thrilled to have it on the wall. Well, if you've enjoyed this video, let me ask, if you would, just hit that like button. Also, if you haven't subscribed, then please subscribe to the channel. I'm working on some big plans for some dioramas that I'm really excited to get to work on, and hopefully we can get to that super soon. So anyway, thank you so much for watching Figured Out.